Alrighty, there was a Thursday night game on last night, so let's head over to that and start breaking that down. Week 7 tipped off last night in the NFL, and once again, another lackluster scoring performance by this Denver Broncos team all around. Only put up 14 points, and once again, waiting until the second half, until the fourth quarter to put up all their points, basically, and we've seen this for like the last 2 weeks here, and it's starting to get there, and I don't want to say this, but I have to say this. I mean, we are real close of selling this Broncos team 100%. I think we'll leave like 10% right now. We're officially selling this Broncos team 90%. 90%. We have 10% believability, buyability, bettability in this Broncos team. This offense has just been so lackluster the entire season. In the defense, they're getting banged up. They're trying their damnedest, but I mean, when the offense is not scoring, I mean, that takes a toll mentally on the defense, because it's like, we're giving you all the great field position. We're shutting them down. We're giving you the opportunity. We're leaving the door open for our team to come back and win, and then the offense is like, no, we're good. We're good. Maybe the next drive. We'll get it on the next drive. And then the next drive comes, and it's like, no, we'll definitely get it on the next drive. And then the next drive comes, and it's like, let's get one more drive, and the defense is like, we just gave you 4 drives, made them go 3 and out, made them punt. I mean, got turnovers, and you're not capitalizing. And the offense is like, yeah, we'll get them next time. Let's get into halftime. Can we just get into halftime to get our kind of thoughts collected? And then the defense is like, okay, we'll give you that. And then they're still not scoring. It's like, we just gave you halftime. We gave you an extra 15 minutes. So we're selling this Broncos team 90%, and it's not 100% on Teddy Bridgewater. This just offense is just so lackluster without Jerry Jeudy, and they've only had him for 1 or 2 games before he officially kind of went out. But they need this other wide receiver that can consistently get open, because when we're watching what these receivers for the Denver Broncos are doing, they're just not even getting open. And, we do like Courtland Sutton. He's really, really good. But, I mean, besides him, we got Noah Fant, who's a big, beefy tight end, not able to get open as often. And even when he is, he doesn't have the speed of Courtland Sutton or Jerry Jeudy, so it's not like he can make multiple defenders miss and turn a shallow 5-yard pass into like a 50-yard pickup. That's not Noah Fant's game. And then you got Tim Patrick, who, once again, is a little bit of a slow, he's not the fastest weapon out here. So once again, he's struggling to get open. And when he does get open, he's not going to break it big. And this offense is just so conservative. It takes them so long to really go down the field and put up points when they finally do decide to put up points. I mean, their first touchdown drive, it was a 7-minute drive out of halftime. And that's really the same thing that we're just seeing by this Broncos team. When they do decide to score, I mean, we're getting like 5-minute plus field goal drives. We're getting 7-8-minute touchdown drives. And that's good to chew up the clock, but you can't do that when you're down. And this Denver Broncos team has been down big, bad the last 4 weeks. So you can't use all this time, and they don't have the offense either in the play calling or without Jerry Jeudy now with their weapons. They don't have that kind of, hey, we can score quick and we can keep it up and keep the scoring pace up and keep the momentum and tempo up. They just don't have that. I don't know if it's they're trying to get these running backs to be the main offense, but I mean, they only had 12 carries overall, so I just don't understand the overall scheme. It's a lot of screens, it's a lot of this, but it doesn't result into any wins. Obviously, it's not resulting into any points, and we're going to look at both of these quarterbacks' drive chart or passing charts in a second, but it's just taking this Broncos team so long to score. 6 minutes was their final touchdown, so 14 minutes in total to put up 14 points. That's when they decided that, hey, we could actually score here. Long drives, a lot of things that can go wrong when you go long drives. That's why you want to score, obviously, as quickly as possible. If we're on a 5-play drive, that results in a touchdown, there's only 5 opportunities for something to go wrong that halts the drive. We have an 18-play drive here that results in a touchdown. Yeah, that means 18 things could potentially go wrong. That's why they haven't been scoring a lot or at all or consistent these last 4 games, because when they score, there's 18 plays of things that can go wrong, and usually for the most part for this Broncos team, something's going wrong. Same thing with their first touchdown drive that went 7 minutes, 15 plays, more opportunities for things to go wrong here. And They can't put up the points. Just simple as that. So, bad offense here by the Broncos, and we are selling them 90%. We still have 10% buyability in them. All right, let's talk about this Browns team, because obviously, this is why we obviously, your record, when we talk about betting record and all that, obviously, we don't harp too much on our overall record. We don't really pay too much attention to our overall record because, of games like this, when you bet, when you're an active bettor, not just, I do one a year, something like this. The people that, bet one a year, they're like, all right, I'm trusting you 100%. Your record's good, but they don't get betting on how the games work out. I mean, betting is never in the customer's favor, folks. We all have to realize this. Vegas does not lose money. That's why we see 10,000 sportsbook ads every single Sunday. Not even every single Sunday, just every single day in general. They are getting the word out there. Hey, Caesars, we got a sports book. DraftKings, obviously, FanDuel, obviously. Why are they doing this? Because they make money off of this, because it's never in your favor to really bet. It's fun to bet. I mean, I'm not saying it's not fun to do, and you can get rich. I mean, there are success stories out there, but for the majority, you're not winning consistently or often. So, we obviously, we've tried to win. Obviously, we're not actively looking to not hit our bets and all that. We just don't harp on the overall totals because we get games like this. Browns without their starting quarterback, without their main two running backs out there, and they still are able to win the game and move the ball right from the get-go. It's just like, obviously, who's going to bet on, you're comfortable betting on that when the Broncos are a little bit at full strength overall. They have their starting quarterback, they have their starting running backs. So when we took the Broncos +1, I mean, we just have to live and die that, the Browns backups got it done. And here we are, the Browns backups getting it done. So, it's just, wonky things happen. It's unfortunate. It happens. But, we try to do our due diligence, obviously, to hit our picks. But that's just our belief and feeling on that. And also, like, when you, go to advice for betting, I mean, you never should just follow anybody's advice blindly, even if they have, a 65% hit rate. You really shouldn't even be looking at that blindly. What you should be doing, in my opinion, and this is kind of how I, how I operate, I get my thinking down. I was like, all right, we can just talk about a pick here. Broncos +1, like we had last night. All right, Broncos +1, looking really solid. And then if you're just looking for, confirmation, that's what you should be using other people's professional opinion for, just kind of, all right, confirmation, or maybe I missed something and I should go look back at it. I don't want, if you want, you can, use whatever I say 100%. I've got no problem. We do our due diligence. We know what we're talking about over here. But you really should just be looking for advice. All right, what am I saying compared to what your thinking was? Do you agree? If you agree, then yeah, lock in the bet. If you disagree, see what I'm saying compared to what you're saying. See, all right, who's got kind of that missing information, or who's just got kind of that information that you're not weighing totally, and then make your decision. But that's just how we feel on that. Back to the game from last night. This Browns team got out to such a good start, folks, that we just have to watch the entire first drive here quickly on this Browns team. Because if you're this Broncos team, what do you expect the Browns to do without their starting quarterback and starting two running backs? What do you expect the game plan, the offense to look like? A lot of runs and play actions to open up all that running? No. I mean, that's just the common sense. I mean, nobody thinks Case Keenum's going to come out here in the shotgun, drop back, and throw the ball 45 times and keep going deep like an average of 10 yards a pass. Nobody thought that would happen. And what happened? Not that. They were running the ball and play action right from the get-go, and that caught the Broncos off guard. How could that catch you off guard? Because they were getting gashed, absolutely wrecked on this first drive. The Browns get the ball first and go 7 plays, 75 yards in only 2 minutes and 40 seconds because of the play calling. And we got to shout out the offensive play caller. Once again, Kevin Stefanski, he knows how to call games for, Baker Mayfield. This is why we liked them last season. And how to call games for the third string running back and the second string quarterback. He called this to an absolute T. Why we are big time on Kevin Stefanski as an overall coach and play caller here. So let's watch what he does here on this Browns opening drive, because it's exactly what they should be doing. And the fact that it caught the Broncos off guard is just truly bizarre and poor planning defensively, bad coaching defensively here by this Broncos team. So here we go, folks. The entire first drive of the Browns. It's going to go quick, folks. Here we go. First play, Case Keenum lines up under center. What's the first play? Motion man in the backfield, play action pass. You get Jarvis Landry wide open right here, and it picks up 8 yards right there. That is a phenomenal drive starter, and now you're setting up the play action, and we know they want to run the ball here because they don't want Case Keenum airing out the ball. How many times did Case Keenum throw the ball last night? He threw it 33 times, but most of it was off of play action, folks. So the fact that they were able to establish the play action real early on, and then, having Dearness Johnson just absolutely murder. And we're going to get to him as well. We're going to watch his highlights because we got to celebrate that, man. Third string coming up. Next man up mentality. Yes, sir. Get it done. Get it done. So we're obviously going to shout him out. But let's keep it here on this drive. It brings up 2nd and 3 now. Case Keenum in the shotgun. What do? Play action. And that is just a setup screen. And it goes big here. How do you let all these kind of exactly what you know? And this goes so big, folks. Like 30-plus yards there. Over midfield, all that. But the first play action. Second play screen. That's exactly what you think they should be doing out here. They're not going to have Case Keenum just be a pure drop back passer. And it catches the Broncos off guard. Now you're getting in their head. Really, you could do whatever you want now. And now they start with the running game. 3 plays in, they finally hit the first run, and it goes big. Now look at Dearness Johnson going big, 15-yard plus pickup right there. Getting inside the red zone. Now, once again, Case Keenum under center. What can you do? Whatever the hell you want. They run the ball again, and it gets how many yards? 5, 10. First down inside the 5 again, just purely running the ball. And now here we go. What can you do? Whatever you want. Case Keenum under center. They run the ball again, and Dearness Johnson fights his way. So a masterful offense performance, first drive of the game, calling exactly the game plan to a T. The play action opened up everything, and because of how successful they were on this drive, the Browns could do whatever they want for the rest of the game. They can go deep with Case Keenum now since they've already got the play action established. They already have the running game established. They already have the screen game established. You've got this Broncos defense on their toes because they could do whatever they want. They're selling the fakes. You can't overcommit defensively because of the play action. And it just ruined the Broncos right from the rip. Honestly, this game was kind of over right off of this drive because of the success play calling by the Browns the first drive. So give credit to Kevin Stefanski. Give credit to Case Keenum. I mean, executing the game plan to a T. Wasn't trying to do too much out there. Wasn't trying to be like, all right, I need to come in and single-handedly win this game. No. This was a full team effort offensively, and Kevin Stefanski got them off to a brilliant start, folks. Absolute brilliant. All right, so we could talk about Case Keenum here. Let's start breaking down some stats here. He goes 21 of 33, just a little old dink and dunk, nothing big here. We're going to get to his drive chart, but let's do these stats here. Let's get the completion percentage up. He goes 21 of 33. 63% completion percentage. Hey, I'll take that. Absolutely. For his first game of the season, for his first time playing with this Browns team since Baker Mayfield's gone down, I'll take 63% all day. 199 yards, a little bit of dink and dunk, but hey, that's exactly what he needed to do. I mean, we're not trying to have Case Keenum be a Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, and throw the ball 50 times, and put up 400 yards passing. That's not what they needed in this game. Control the ball, control the tempo, keep the defense on their heels, and they established that right off the rip, folks. Also, didn't turn over the ball. How fantastic is that, folks? Because Baker Mayfield turns the ball over a little bit. So this is going to be a little interesting. I don't even know if Baker Mayfield's going to play next week because, during the broadcast, Jay Glazer comes in and he's like, hey, hang on. Baker Mayfield's a little bit more banged up than he's letting on. So we get this nugget with Baker Mayfield now. Baker Mayfield told Jay Glazer that he also fractured his shoulder, the humerus bone, in addition to his torn labrum. Mayfield says he can't get back out there until that heals. The fracture fractured shoulder, but he's still hopeful that it'll be sooner rather than later. Fracture happened last week, so we're not even sure if Baker Mayfield's going to play next week or the next couple of weeks. He said he's got to get that fractured shoulder good to go before he can get back out there. So maybe Case Keenum steals the job from Baker Mayfield. If Case Keenum is not turning the ball over and just being the game manager for this Browns team, I mean, we already know the media narrative clowning Baker Mayfield and all that. We're giving Baker Mayfield a free pass on that Cardinals game because he kind of reached our bar in week 5 that we wanted to see out of him, and he was a little banged up in that game as well, so not at 100%. So the first game back for Baker Mayfield will be the true test of, where we gauge Baker Mayfield. We're not writing him off like the national media is, but could you imagine Case Keenum, wins 2-3 games in a row? That national media is going to be all over the place clowning Baker Mayfield, so we'll see how that ramps up. But Case Keenum played absolutely great game manager football, exactly what you should be expecting from a backup quarterback getting in the game. A little bit of short notice on a short week, all that. So for that, Case Keenum, we truly commend you, and that was absolutely fantastic. All right, let's talk about his drive chart quickly right here. This one, why did this one refresh? All right, we got to get back to this one. Let's go to this one. Here we go. Case Keenum, here we go. All right. Case Keenum passing chart. All right, here we go. And do you see it? I mean, this is dink and dunk. I mean, he's barely taking any shots. We've got all these passes within 5 yards. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, about 17 plays that were 17 passing plays that were all kind of 5, 6, maybe 7 yards or below right here, passing the ball wise. So obviously that's exactly what Case Keenum should be doing. We don't need him to air it out. They already established the run game, the screen game, the play action game right off the rip. So they didn't need Case Keenum to go and play hero ball, slinging the ball around. Absolutely fantastic. And then when we look at Teddy Bridgewater's drive chart, it's kind of the same. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 passes, about 5 yards or less. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, about 5 to 10 yards. And then we've only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 passes that went further than 15 or more yards. So why are we not going down the field more with Teddy Bridgewater? Why is Teddy Bridgewater playing the same offense that a backup quarterback is playing? This Broncos offense is super conservative. We told you about the time taken. If you hit these deep shots, you're not having 7-minute, 8-minute touchdown drives. And I know they have the place. I understand that, folks. I understand you need to dink and dunk. I understand that you need to take what the defense gives you. I understand that you're going to go on 7, 8-minute touchdown drives. I'm not saying you can never do that, but we're seeing the same things by this Broncos team over the last 4 weeks, and it's resulting into losses. This is their problem. They need to open up this offense more. And I know it's hard to do it without Jerry Jeudy, but you still have to find a way to get it done, because Teddy Bridgewater can get it done. And this is what's so frustrating about Teddy Bridgewater, because we get this play right here. After they're down 10-0, Teddy Bridgewater is starting to go on a nice drive right here and has this immaculate completion on 2nd and 4. So let's watch this play, because this is what gives us confidence in Teddy Bridgewater. This is why we kind of elevate Teddy Bridgewater above some of the other kind of tier 2 quarterbacks that we talk about here. And this is why we wanted to see Teddy Bridgewater as the starting quarterback for this Broncos team, because he can make the throws like this. Here we go. Drops back to pass on 2nd and 4. And folks, oh my God, right on the money to Courtland Sutton. And when I say right on the money, folks, this is absolutely 1,000,000,000% on the money. Immaculate, fantastic, amazing, perfection. Look at that. Oh my God. Great job by Courtland Sutton to catch this ball as well. But this is 100% on target. Courtland Sutton got no separation here. Once again, bringing it back to these receivers getting no separation for the deep ball, for the easy hookup play, 50 yards, touchdown, all of that. These receivers need to do a better job. That's why Jerry Jeudy was so pivotal and important to this Broncos offense, because he can get open. He can take a 5-yard slant route and take it 70 yards to the house. That's Jerry Jeudy's game, getting the separation. Nobody's getting separation here. But Teddy Bridgewater with no separation here puts it on the money, folks. 1,000% on the money to Courtland Sutton. Great one-handed catch by Courtland Sutton. But just watch, he throws this one from his 30-yard line all the way down to about the 45-yard line. So we got 20 plus 15, 35 yards clean down the field, 1,000% accurate as heck. And then what does he do a couple of plays later? He throws the interception. And this is why it's so annoying watching Teddy Bridgewater. It's like, come on. This should have been a touchdown drive. This should have been the drive that really jumpstarts this Broncos offense for this game and maybe even for the rest of the season. This should have been it. But let's skip around a little bit and get to the interception. But this is why it's so frustrating with Teddy Bridgewater. This is why they need to start opening up the offense more, because Teddy Bridgewater can hit it. But then he goes and makes this boneheaded play right here. 3rd and 9 from the 31-yard line of the Browns, looking to get some points out here, and you're down 2 scores, so you really cannot turn the ball over right here. Real bad mistake by Teddy Bridgewater that erases everything good that he has done and gets this offense out to another slower start. They didn't score for the entire first half, folks. Here we go. This is the interception. Just shorts it over the middle of the field and didn't see that other defender right in the middle of the field and just underthrows this ball. I mean, this is underthrown, and this is why Teddy Bridgewater is frustrating to watch, because we get that great on the money. I mean, there wasn't really any room to fit that ball in, and Teddy Bridgewater found that one exact spot where the ball needed to be thrown to Courtland Sutton. But then just 2 plays later, I think this is the very next passing play. I think they go and run it twice, and Teddy Bridgewater just doesn't see the man over the middle of the field, underthrows this. I mean, this is like 5 yards way underthrown, folks. This is a real bad ball right here. So just a real bad decision. Let's bring this back. Was there anything open here? We don't get the all 22, but we got the all 22 from the broadcast view. Was there anything else open right here? You hit this man right here. You hit this man. It's an out route. This picks up the first down. He's wide open. You can fit this ball over the linebacker before the safety. We talk about this draw all the time, but Teddy Bridgewater isn't even looking over there and instead throws it into double coverage that he doesn't even see. Oh, man. You know, we've been going to bat for Teddy Bridgewater all offseason, saying he should be the starter for this Broncos team over Drew Lock. And now we're at the point where we're selling this Broncos team. Come on, Teddy. Come on. This was your job. This was your opportunity to really kind of reinvent yourself as a starting quarterback. And here we are, 3-4 after starting 3-0. Damn it, man. Outperformed by Case Keenum. Can we say that? Yeah, I think we can. All right, let's talk about Teddy Bridgewater stats here. Teddy Bridgewater goes 22 of 33. I mean, both quarterbacks threw the ball 30 times. One's the starter here, and one's the second string. And they both had, and the second string had more yards. Teddy Bridgewater had 66% completion percentage, made some real great throws, obviously some bad throws as well. 187 yards, which was less than Case Keenum. So Case Keenum, who was dinking and dunking all game long, Teddy Bridgewater was right along with that. Why? Come on, this Broncos offensive coordinator, offensive scheme. Can we get some better schemage here? Can we get these receivers open for Teddy Bridgewater? And then when they're open, can Teddy Bridgewater make the right read and deliver the ball good to them? Damn, you're on the cusp of losing your season, Denver. You've got to figure out something. Are they on the bye next week? Because that's really kind of what they need. Are they on a bye next week? No, they're not. Who they got next week? Hopefully, I would say hopefully they have an easy opponent, but this was a little bit of an easy opponent right here. The Browns without their starting guys. What do we got next week for this Broncos team? They got Washington at home, so that's your opportunity. We've got to see it get figured out against Washington. It must. Season on the line next week. We'll see what Teddy Bridgewater and company does. All right, let's finish off these stats here for the Broncos and the Browns here. Let's keep going with the Broncos since we just talked about Teddy Bridgewater. Javonte Williams, this running game never got really established. Javonte Williams, 4 carries for 20 yards. Melvin Gordon, 8 carries for 18 yards. And this is why we can't really recognize Melvin Gordon as an A1, Tier 1 running back in this league. This should have been the game where he took it over. All right, Teddy Bridgewater's not getting it done. The Browns only put up 17 points. It's not like you can't run the ball for the rest of the game. They They only put up 17 points. Their largest lead was 10-0. That's not something that you abandon the run game with. That's not like, oh, we got to abandon the run game now. We can't run the ball anymore. And Melvin Gordon, he kind of classifies himself as one of the best running backs in this league, and he put up 18 yards on 8 carries. You've got to establish yourself. You've got to get it done. You've got to be like, all right, yeah, the defense isn't letting me go, but I'm gonna go 1,000% beast mode. My quarterback's not getting it done. The offensive coordinator's not getting it done calling the plays. I'm gonna get it done. I'm gonna take the game into my hands. Derrick Henry does it. Melvin Gordon has never done it in his career. We've never really liked Melvin Gordon like that as, an A1 tier 1 running back in this league. And here we go, 8 carries. But why are we only rushing the ball 12 times? What are we doing with that? What are we doing with that? Come on. Establish something. Establish the run. Establish the pass. Establish the run play action. The Browns did it. First drive. The Broncos couldn't do it all game. All right, let's see who Teddy Bridgewater was throwing to. Cortland Sutton, 5 targets, 5 receptions. That's fantastic. 68 yards. Noah Fant, their tight end, 5 receptions, 39 yards. Javonte Williams, 6 catches, 32 yards. He scored a touchdown. Tim Patrick, 2 receptions, 16 yards. Kendall Hinton, 2 receptions, 15 yards. And Melvin Gordon, 2 receptions, 14 yards. He scored a touchdown as well. And this is how they're scoring their touchdowns. Running back out of the backfield, folks. Look at their drive chart. Here it is. The first one, I think this one is to... I want to say this one is Melvin Gordon, because I think they threw it to him in the backfield on their first touchdown, and he runs it around and gets like 8 yards for the touchdown. It was like 3rd and 8, and they ran a little bit of a screen pass to Melvin Gordon. So behind the line of scrimmage right here, and then the other one to Javonte Williams, just a 5-yard down the field throw. So that's how they're scoring, dinking and dunking to their running backs, their tight ends, not really expanding the field vertically. And we say that all the time. You must stretch the field vertically, or you get things like this. You put up 14 points and the defense gives you nothing. That's what happens when you don't stretch the field vertically. So nothing great there by this Broncos team overall. The defense really lackluster as well. We had a Shelby Harris with a sack, and that was it. They had 1 sack on Case Keenum. Shout out to that Browns offensive line, 1,000%. Man, oh man. And then we get, let's finish up here with the Browns running backs. Dearness Johnson truly coming out of the scene. I think this was his first official career start, folks. 22 carries, 146 yards, 1 touchdown. Sheesh, you're getting into Derrick Henry territory, folks. God dang. So absolutely love Dearness Johnson. We're going to watch his highlights in a second and celebrate him. And then who was Case Keenum throwing to? Austin Hooper, 2 catches, 42 yards. Jarvis Landry, 5 catches, 37 yards. I think he exited the game a little later in the game. A little bit of an injury, I believe. OBJ, 2 catches, 23 yards. Dearness Johnson in the passing game as well. 2 catches, 22 yards. Anthony Schwartz, 2 catches, 22 yards. Demetric Felton, 3 catches, 21 yards. David Njoku, 2 catches, 18 yards. Harrison Bryant, 1 catch, 15 yards. Fantastic. Austin Hooper is not a tight end, correct? He is a tight end. Oh my God, look at all these tight ends. I thought he was a tight end too. Austin Hooper, leading receiver, tight end. Once again, dink and dunk, play action game. That's exactly what you would expect this Browns team to run, and the Broncos could not stop it for the life of them. Oh my goodness. Anthony Schwartz, I believe, is a tight end as well. He's a wide receiver. Okay. What else do we got? Demetric Felton. Is he a wide receiver or a tight end? Running back. So look at all these running backs, tight ends catching the ball, folks. They're barely even utilizing their actual weapons out there. They're real wide receivers, and that's what they schemed. Kevin Stefanski, give the man a lot of credit. Alrighty, now let's watch Dearness Johnson before we wrap this up. Shout this man out, 168 yards throughout the entire game. The rock that they needed, the big person to step up. I mean, out of everybody that could have stepped up in this game to win for their team, it wasn't Teddy Bridgewater, it wasn't OBJ, it wasn't Jarvis Landry, it wasn't Melvin Gordon, it wasn't Cortland Sutton, it wasn't Noah Fant, it wasn't Tim Patrick, it was the third string backup running back Dearness Johnson, folks. Jeez. Big pity for this Broncos team, honestly. But let's celebrate Dearness Johnson and celebrate this Browns win without Baker Mayfield, shall we? Here we go. First play, boom. And this is the one that we already watched, folks. The first running play, Dearness Johnson. And now he's hungry, he's fed, he's ready to go for the rest of the game here. And now here we go, back in the red zone. We watched this one as well. 3 straight rushes. Are they going to show the touchdown? They don't even show the touchdown run? That was Dearness Johnson, right? With the touchdown run? Wow, they disrespected that dude. Who scored here? Dearness Johnson scores, and they don't have that in the highlight? They don't show the 3-yard touchdown run? That's a little disrespectful, NFL.com. What are you doing? But here we go, Dearness Johnson back at it. 9 yards. We get a 3rd and 1. Of course, you're going to trust DJ out here. Boom, and look at how many yards he gets. He gets 10 yards on 3rd and 1. Wow, how is the Broncos defense not shutting this down? How are they not shutting this down? Patient, finds the hole. I mean, he goes 5 yards without getting touched. I mean, that man made himself small inside the hole. Great running here. I love this dude. All right, here we go, the play action pass, and then he just goes out for a route. I mean, Case Keenum gets it off just in time, and then Dearness Johnson on 2nd and 9 picks up the 1st down and more. Woo. Here we go, 2nd and 10. Dearness Johnson, boom, 10 yards right there. Good, hard running. He's looking for the holes. He's finding the holes. He's patient. And look at this little move right here. Once again, is this Patrick Surtain, the rookie corner, trying to make a tackle on Dearness Johnson and getting made a fool out of? I mean, here he is. Patrick Surtain, it's a one-on-one right here, and Dearness Johnson puts the move on him. Patrick Surtain could do nothing, and Dearness Johnson just runs right around the dude and made him look foolish right there. Come on, nobody wanted to even try and bring this man down. On 2nd and 2, a big run right there, crosses over midfield. Oh yeah, let's watch this one from the back angle. Here we go. It's going to hit the hole right here. And just look at the vision. Outside, go right back inside, make that defender miss, and pick up the 1st down and more. Great vision here by Dearness Johnson. Man, oh man. This offensive line, hell of a job as well. I mean, look at all that push down the field. I mean, the line of scrimmage is getting moved like 2-3 yards down the field because of the offensive line push, and Dearness Johnson is taking full advantage. Look at the good hard running. Look at all these defenders trying to bring this man down right here on a 2nd and 7. Boom, defenders in the backfield. Doesn't matter. We got a hit right here as 1 defender. Here's 2, there's 3, there's 4, and then the cavalry comes with all 6 to finally bring him down after he's picked up the 1st down. Pity. Another 2nd and 7. Dearness Johnson, 6 yards right there. Now in the red zone, 3rd and 7. They run 3rd and 7, and they run Dearness Johnson, and he picks it up. 3rd and 7 in the red zone to really ice the game right here. Poor performance all game long by this Broncos defense. Couldn't even tackle a running back when it truly mattered. You bring this man down, you get about 20, maybe 30 seconds left, and you're down 20-14. But you got a chance. You get one more chance at trying to tie up this game. But the defense is like, no, we're good. We'll just go home. They can't even tackle him on 3rd and 7 when the game is on the line. Absolutely atrocious, pitiful. They got to do something. Like we said, season is on the line for this Broncos team next week against Washington. Let's see what they do. Dearness Johnson, though, have a day, young fella. Absolutely fantastic. So, Browns get the win when they shouldn't have. Classic. They win 17-14 at home. Don't need Baker Mayfield. Don't need Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb who? Kareem Hunt who? Dearness Johnson. Nah, what do they do? What do they do when Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt come back? Do you get a true 3 running back scheme right here? Do you try and trade him? He's got some great value now. I think people are going to be knocking on some doors for Dearness Johnson. So we'll see what the Browns do with them, and we'll see what Dearness Johnson has for the rest of his career, but that's one way to start it. 168 yards in total. Absolutely magnificent. Relied on him, and he was reliable. Fantastic. Browns win by 3.